Hey guys, Lewis was using the restroom, and when he went flush, normally when you use those poop sprays, right? You it, and then you spray the poop spray, and then you put it down, and then you poop, and then you flush, right? But for him, keeps forgetting to use the poop spray. So what he did was he he pooped first, and then he sprayed it after when he was flushing it, and the spray went right into the toilet. So it's about 4 inches long, and it's inside of the toilet. He told me he was trying to plunge it out, and I said, I know it's not going to plunge it out because the way the toilet is, it's kind of like a snake shape. You see what I'm saying? Like it's bent. So plunging it out might have just made it pushed it deeper in. I I tried fishing it out. I only have a drum auger over here. I tried using a string with a hook. I tried it. I could not catch anything with it. I even stuck my hand in there. I don't care, trying to dig it out, but I couldn't do it. I know that you can get like some kind of auger for the toilet, but my concern is because it's so smooth and it's like about this big. I think it's trapped inside of like some kind of trap there. As a result of that, I think the toilet has to be removed. Um, and I don't have the capability of myself. We don't have a water. We don't have you know what I'm talking about? Like one of those wet backs over here. You need a tool. I don't feel comfortable lifting this thing. I was reading online. They said the toilet, flip it upside down. Obviously, I don't feel comfortable flipping a toilet upside down. Yeah, so basically, it's like a little spray. Let's see. It's kind of okay. So it's about like this big. So it's like about this big, a little shorter, maybe about like yeah, maybe about this short. And then what you do is you spray the water. So there's it covers up the poop smell, and then afterwards, you take your poop and flush. But for him, it was after he did his business, he decided to spray it. And when the thing was flushing, you only need a few sprays, by the way. When the thing was flushing, I guess it fell out of his hand and then it went down the toilet. So this thing is, quite big. And my thinking is I don't know. I remember how much lived there. I don't know if it was actually kind of partially up there, and then because of all the plunging he did, it pushed it all the way down. You see what I'm saying? But I'm not too sure. I do think it's stuck in a inside or in the pipes, and I tried fishing it out, but as I said, it's really going to be hard to fish out something that's this big smooth. So I'm not seeing how I can really do it. I really think a plumber has to be called because I might be able to push it down. However, there are other people in this building, and well, it's gonna kind of be obvious, right? If there's only a few units, one of us above has a coconut lime poop spray. Which one does it sound like most likely? Probably the one that has a female living there, right? Just thinking. So yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, it's the U bend in the back. That's yeah, exactly, George. So I think that's why it has to be the toilet has to be removed, and they have to take. Yeah, it's trapped in the trap. Yeah. Okay. Now I had to pee, so I use the toilet, but I can tell when it was flushing, it's already not because usually when you flush it has like a powerful like, like that, right? It doesn't have that. So I can tell that because the water flow seems to be less, there's a blockage somewhere. And yeah, it irks me that we have to call a plumber. It really does. But yeah, because I want to fix it myself. I don't have the tools here. I don't know what to do. I don't feel comfortable lifting this thing myself for sure. I already have a hard time kind of lifting the top cover of it. So yeah, I don't feel comfortable doing it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, George. Okay, George. So I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah. I have to I have to I have to figure something out. I think that this probably will happen again, and I can't expect the bottle not to fall in because it's hard to break habits. It is a small bottle, so my solution to that is I'm just gonna use a much bigger bottle. There, for instance. For instance, there is no way I'm gonna put the poop spray liquid in here from now, so that way this will never happen again. I don't. It's easier to fix what's going on rather than have habits be fixed. You see what I'm saying? So I've always been saying, hey, make sure you use the poop spray beforehand, spray it, put the bottle back, and that way it gets fixed. But if you poop afterwards and then you spray it while it's flushing, there's always going to be a small chance it's going to fall. Yeah, and it's going to be my solution. Just put it in a really freaking big bottle. See that? This bottle is so big, this thing cannot fall through. And I don't care. I don't care if it gets poop on it. I really don't. I'm not squeamish about poop at all. You see what I'm saying? I'm not squeamish about poop at all. Lewis is squeamish about poop. He's squeamish about, germs and everything. Maybe it's because I clean Oriole's butt and I have, I scoop the litter box all the time. But I'm not squeamish about poop. I think everybody poops. Not a big. I just don't want this stuff going inside of the toilet. And yeah, I don't want this bottle getting stuck. I think it's probably going to be like a $200 repair. And I don't like it. I really don't. You guys remember how I felt about the last sink thing incident? The sink got clogged up. We have a much better hair catcher on now. We weren't using one. It wasn't draining, and the sink issue is that there was a lot of rust and corrosion in the pipes. Yeah, this wasn't just like there was a little hair, but like the amount of drilling that they did was ridiculous. In the wall, it was just like the pipes are all old and things like that. So, yeah. Uh, oh, you got to get this thing out. So call a plumber. Maybe they'll come in tomorrow. I don't know. But just yeah, just yeah. Yeah. So no, I mean like I'm not squeamish about working on toilets at all. I'm not squeamish about it. It's just that when it comes to removing a toilet, for the first time, I'm really freaking apprehensive because you need that toilet to be working. Um, and we only have one toilet. It's not like if I screw up this toilet, okay, we'll just use another toilet. So, but I want to share that with you guys. Let you know if you guys have a toilet. If you guys have a toilet and you guys like use poop spray for what? I don't know why there's toothpaste on this thing, but if you guys have if you guys have poop spray for any reason, do not if you think you're clumsy, put it in a much bigger bottle. Put it in a bottle like this because in the event that the poop spray falls down, I know most people will spray beforehand, which is what the intention is, right? You're supposed to spray the toilet first and then put the bottle away, right? Like right on top of the thing, and then do your business. That way the thing doesn't fall in. Spray it after you poop or when it's flushing, right? Do yourself a favor, put it in a really big bottle because you do not want to have that bottle go down the drain. It's a real, pain. It it's I don't like the idea of calling a plumber. I don't like the idea of having to spend $200 having this toilet removed when yeah, it's like I want to fix it myself, but I can't, and it's just unavoidable. So for the people who do watch the stream, you guys can learn something from this. And yeah, I tried, I tried, but I really think it's trapped at the bottom and it's probably sideways, like this or this. And I'm having a hard enough time putting a hook in. So I'm not too sure how I can maneuver a 4-inch piece of plastic with liquid inside up the drain. That's what I'm getting at. See, that's what I'm getting at. It's not like it's a small car or anything like that. That's only a couple of ounces. This thing is um um large, and my gut feeling tells me that there is that I don't know if it automatically went through instantly or if it was kind of like partially stuck up there, and then plunging it just delve it deeper. But I kind of think that I kind of think that it plunging it made it go deeper in. Yeah, so it's probably stuck really on the bottom. Yeah. Um. Well, this is a rental, so we're not gonna buy a new one. There's no real reason to buy a new one. You see this thing. This is actually the toilet seat, so you can see there's scratches around the place. But yeah, we don't need to buy a new toilet. Toilet removed, replaced, and removed, and then get this stupid thing out, and then replaced, and um replaced as in put this thing back in and get this working toilet. But I'm not happy calling a plumber. I'm not happy calling a plumber at all. And for all you people who are plumbers, yeah, if any of you are plumbers and you guys are probably thinking, why is Erica so against us? You guys do a great job, but when things are completely unavoidable, like something going down the toilet, that it just agitates me a bit because I just think, oh, it's a house call. Yeah, and I think it's gonna be like $20. So, let's see the time. It's 1:40 right now. Um, yeah. So, Levin, what happened was Lewis. When you have little poop spray, those little deodorizing bathroom sprays. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to spray the water before you poop, and the oils inside of the spray covers the top film of the water and creates a barrier so you don't smell it. The one that we have is coconut lime, and when 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 you don't do that, right? When you don't do that, it's smelly. So instead of putting the spray beforehand, before you poop, and then you put it, back where you found it, Lewis did his business, and he realized he didn't use the poop spray, so he sprayed the toilet, and I guess it was during the time it was flushing, the bottle dropped from his hands into the toilet, and it flushed, and he knew that it went down, so he grabbed the plunger and tried to plunge it. And I can tell already it's not flushing the way it should be. It's like when it's going down, there's like a blockage of some sort. I tried putting my hand in. I didn't use a plastic bag. I'm like, whatever. And I couldn't grab it out. I tried using a hook with a really long piece of string. I couldn't manage to get it out. I think that it's stuck in there, and maybe I'm gonna try bend the hook a little bit more to see how it works. But the problem is that this is a 4-inch, like about a 4-inch poop bottle, so it's around the size of, let me see, so it's about this big, but like 1 inch shorter, so it's probably like, from here to here. But you can see the measurements, right? This is not something that I can easily fish out. It's not like a small little toy car or anything like. The entire bottle of spray was dropped and fit down, so you can see, like, you see how this can go through that hole. I think what had happened is, I think it went down and maybe it was partially stuck, and he just went to plunge it, so he plunged it downwards. And I was telling him, I said, when you plunged it downwards, right, I think he plunged it inwards, because the way plungers work is that you push down, right, and then it suctions up, and then it pushes, it does a push and pull. Yeah. So I think I didn't remove it, it just pushed the mass down deeper. And that's my understanding of how plungers work. When you are plunging, toilet paper, you kind of release it and then it creates a. I can think about how the bottle got all the way down there because I know it was mostly full. Yeah, so the bottle got put further and haven't plunged it at all, and yeah, this is our only toilet, so I went to pee I went to pee after I found out I did use the plunger. I was like, screw it, I can't, pee in the sink, or I'm not gonna pee in the tub. And when I did that, I realized, oh yeah, it's not flushing right. So yeah, so Levin, I was telling people that if you do use a poop spray, put it in a freaking bottle this big. You see how big this bottle is? There is no way this thing is gonna go through that hole. See it? So I know yeah, put it in a bottle, like maybe not this big. This is the only one we have lying around right now. Put it in a big bottle so that way, in the event that this thing, if you are one of those people who use the poop spray after you poop or while it's flushing, because I know habits are hard to break, right? Instead of just spraying it in the beginning, you decide, hey, I want to spray it afterwards or while it's flushing, then do yourself a favor, put it in a bigger bottle, because dealing with a plumber is expensive. It's expensive, and yeah. So I want to share that with you guys as a learning lesson experience. I know not all of you, I know very few of you guys probably use poop sprays. Not very many people do that, but we do it. And yeah, so I had a gut feeling already that the toilet's gonna have to be removed. I tried taking it out, and based on my interpretation of how I think these toilets are, it seems like there's like a trap area. I think because it's so freaking wide, most likely it's like this or like this. You see what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be hard to remove it out. It's like a big puzzle piece. It's not like a small piece of plastic or anything like that. So yeah, I think it's all the way deep in there. I was hoping that maybe it would kind of be somewhere in the middle, but it's such a small area. I don't have the tool necessary, and I can't fish it out. Even if I got the toilet auger of some sort, because it's completely smooth with the bottle, it's not like I can hook it to something and pull it out. It sounds like I would just be pushing it deeper in, and there are other units here. Turn the water off, flush to drain the tank 2 more months. Yeah, I can't remove the toilet off myself. That's the thing. It's really heavy, and I don't feel comfortable doing it. That's why we're gonna call a plumber. It is an S-bin. Yeah, that's an S-bin. So everything is it's like the S shape, the porcelain S, like this, and then it just goes right into the floor. Yeah, sure. Hold up. Let's see here. You guys get to see the wonderful cat here that we have around here, because this freaking back of the toilet is an absolute clusterfuck. So see that? See that? That's an S-shaped thing. So my thinking is it's probably stuck right here. And that makes sense because it's about the same size. I think it's right here. I don't think it's because if it got right through here, right? If it got right through here, it probably went down lower and lower and lower. So it's probably stuck right. Yeah. Oh, stupid thing. Yeah. So we will see. We will see how it goes. I gotta call a plumber, do some research, and yeah, have some because I have zero experience putting this putting this stuff apart, taking out a toilet, but I want to see how it is for them. No, he's not going to want to do it. He's not going to want to do home repair. So, yeah. Yeah. And I just don't want to mess around with this stuff. Like, I don't have a shop vac. I don't have a wet vac over here. So, excuse me. I'm afraid, like, if I try to do it by myself right now, I'm going to break something because it's so freaking heavy. Yeah, I'm just gonna let a professional do it. I think what probably also gonna do is kind of watch to see what they're doing. If I can, I don't know if I can. I mean, it's a really small bathroom and kind of gauge what's happening. But I think future, the only reason this would ever happen again is if the toilet bowl spray falls in here, and get a big bottle. Get it so it never happens again. It never happens again. Once the water is drained in the tank. Lewis is not gonna want to do it, so I know it's, yeah, and I can't do this by myself. But I do think, yeah, maybe it is possible if we do it together, but he's not gonna want to deal with this, so yeah, I gotta call a professional. The texture toilet is like 60. Oh, yeah. I'm afraid I'm gonna break the toilet. And if I break the toilet, it's gonna be way worse. End this stream. And I'll talk to you guys later. I just can't believe the toilet spray actually fell. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And I kind of understand, but you know, like for me, like if I see something in the toilet, my gut is just like pull it out. Like there's been times I've accidentally dropped stuff in the toilet, but I know you guys are probably gonna say, "Oh my goodness, Erica, that's so gross," right? But for me, like if I drop and I have done this before, right? My first reaction is just stick my hand in the toilet and block that hole. You see this hole? Yeah. So I will actually do that because that way nothing can go right through. And so, like I said, I know people would think this is really squeamish, but I don't want to deal with plumbing problems. And I do that because I figure, well, even if my hand gets gross, I can just wash it. I'm not squeamish about this kind of germ stuff. And I just rather not have like a plumbing issue. Yeah. So yeah, but that's only like if you had like maybe urine or something, you guys might be okay with doing that. I don't know about poop. I've never dropped anything when I had poop inside of it, so I get it, but it's just like, oh, the forage bottle went through. I can't. If it was smaller, like I was like, just let it go, right? But yeah, it's like a big unwieldy bottle, and I know that it's just gonna be, yeah, a pain. So yeah, yeah, just I don't want to deal with this stuff. Yeah, it's you know what, you do it before, but like I said, you deal with like a couple minutes of like absolute disgust and grossness. You don't have to deal with a plumber. So yeah, like I know you guys will think it's gross, but like especially if it comes out from yourself, I'm not too squeamish about it. I'm not too squeamish about it because if it comes out from myself, I really shouldn't be grossed out by my own like, you know, my own the own things coming out from my body. So that's why I'm not too squeamish about it. But everybody has different tolerance levels for disgust. I'm just you guys, in case in the future you find yourself in that same situation, like hey, maybe a small bottle or floss or toothbrush or whatever falls in. It's just figure out, like, is it worth it to deal with a plumber and have to coordinate a plumber, or is it better to just, hey, just, shove your hand and knock the hole out so that way the thing can't go down. Yeah. Yeah, I used to be more squeamish about poop, but then after you deal with Mr. Oreo, poop, but it's like, okay, it's just it is a fact of life. Everybody poops. Yeah. No, there's nobody in the world who doesn't poop. Oreo poops, celebrities poop, president poops, Pope poops, the Queen poops, it's just, Pause, have a new brush ring. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm gonna cook some lunch, call some plumbers, and I'll try to figure out what's going on here. But yeah, my gut feeling is it's stuck in that stupid little thing, and I just wish, like, I could get like some kind of bendy pipe and then snake it out in a really without removing it, but I know it's gonna have to be removed. Yeah, I will keep you guys posted, and most likely you'll just think, oh, the plumber was so expensive. Plumbers are really expensive, but not knocking on plumbers. They definitely solve issues, and are very, very needed. I just don't like the prices of it. I know I'm a complainer over here, but yeah, this won't happen again, you guys, for sure. I'm gonna put the poop spray in a much, much bigger bottle, and it won't fall down. It does flush, but I can tell, when it flushes, it doesn't have as powerful as a suction. You see what I'm saying? Like, when it makes like that little tornado of sorts going down, now it's kind of like wimpy. It's really wimpy. So I know there's a blockage in somewhere, and I know Lewis was plunging this earlier, and it seems like it didn't help. And then when I woke up, he told me, hey, he dropped something in the toilet. He tried plunging it, but it hasn't fixed itself. So, yeah. So, and then after he told me that, he said, yeah, call a plumber. And yeah. So, yeah. So it does flush, but it seems pretty obvious to me that something is stuck there. And I wish, honestly, this stuff was not shaped like an S shape. If it was kind of slanted, or yeah, not an S shape, I could have a better chance of grabbing this thing out, but yeah, it's not looking so good for me. It's not looking so good. And because of the toilet paper that I had in earlier, remember I said I peed earlier, went through, that tells me that most likely it is at the bottom and it's not stuck in between. Because if it was stuck in between, I imagine not all that pee and all that toilet paper would have gone down. So yeah, my guess, it's stuck right on the bottom. Yeah. Okay. Call Sunny so you can call some plumber. Yeah, you know what? I'll text message Sunny. You guys have a really good idea. No, it's not that. It's because he forgets to use the poop spray so beforehand. So he'll poop first and then use the poop spray. Yeah. And yeah. He's pretty forgetful in that way, and I can't expect, that kind of thing for him to remember. So the best thing that I can think of is, instead of having him change his ways, I change, what container the poop spray is in. Something like this, he doesn't have to change his ways at all. I just have to make sure that it's inside the container. Oh, if it wasn't S-shaped, you get more rats. Oh, I didn't know that, Calico. Okay, yeah. But, I'm just gonna move forward from here. But thank you for your advice. Put the seat down before flushing. Yeah, yeah, I don't know what happened. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. The more I think about it, the more I really do think it's stuck in the trap. But I will talk to you guys later. you'll probably hear about an update later today or so. But if you guys have any suggestion how I could possibly fish this stupid thing out without calling a plumber, let me know. I'm trying again. Who knows? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I want to do something like a stick with blue tack or putty, but the problem is that this thing is how would I say it? It's blue tack and putty. I'm gonna have to go through the pipes, and there's a good chance that I'm gonna just stick it to the wall, right? You know, the tubing on the sides, because I don't know where. That's why, like, having something like a hook like this, it kind of like jingle jangles. Something like this, I realize, will not be able to grab it, because you look at how wide the bottle is versus this. It's all kind of like knock it sideways, and yeah, so this won't help. It really does need to be manually removed. If I don't see the way I can poke this thing out, because the bottle is just way too big, and the bottle is way too, I think it's just bulky and unwieldy. Yeah, they're gonna probably replace the wax seal, they're plumbers, right? Plastic bottle. I don't see the plastic bottle dissolving anytime soon. So I want that bottle, and just be like, yeah, give me that bottle. Yeah, the toilet needs to be pulled up. Yeah. So, oh, interesting. Yeah, for me, like, I don't like having I know some people, they like put the toilet seat down, but I never put the toilet seat down. Reason being is that when I look at like the toilet seat down, I think it's kind of weird, because I figure like a lot of the times that the toilet seat is down, there might be a blockage in here, like if someone uses too much toilet paper, and then when I open the toilet seat up, I have a ball of toilet paper that I need to plunge down. So I don't, I like seeing, you know, what's there, and I just get so used to when I see the toilet seat down, like there's a chance that there's a blockage in there, and you could half inflate a balloon. What the problem, Calico, is that I think the thing is all the way down there, so it's not just one small area, but rather it's probably like a foot down, because it's like a S shape. um so I don't know how that it's not like it's right there. That's what I'm thinking happen. Yeah. So yeah, I really wish I could just fish this stupid thing out. I really wish I could. I wish it was like some kind of like a camera I could poke through there and like visually see where this little bottle is and remove it out myself. Uh, yeah, yeah. So I gotta call a plumber. I'll talk to you guys later. I don't think they're gonna come today. Most likely it's gonna. Yeah, it's in the S shape then. Yeah. Most likely they're not gonna be able to imagine, but maybe tomorrow. Yeah. And I'm gonna ask them how much it costs, and I have a strong suspicion of probably like $250. If it costs like to remove a clog in the sink, um, it probably will be around that cost for this toilet. And it's just like, oh my gosh, it's so expensive. So expensive. But yeah, I can't look back too much. Just gotta move forward. Won't happen again, because I'm gonna put the pooping spray in this thing. Yeah. So maybe, or maybe, or maybe I attach it by a string. What do you guys think about that? Like, if I attach it to a string and attach it to the toilet seat holder, in the event that it falls, it won't all the way down. You know, kind of like a life raft, but like an attached life raft. That could work too. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, it's not gonna. Yeah, I agree, Kenny. I think it's too long. I think it's trapped in there because, like I said earlier, when I flush, I can tell like that force when I'm flushing is not as powerful as it was before, and that indicates that there's some kind of blockage. Yeah. Okay. I will. You know what? I'll text message Sunny and get back to you guys. My 2 cents is Aaron. My 2 cents toilets aren't hard to pull up. I just don't want to do it wrong, especially because I don't have a wet back here. Yeah. Wait, how many of you guys have pulled up a toilet? I'm just curious. Actually, wait a second. No, it feels like it looks like it's possibly grouted in. Yeah, there's some kind of sealant here. Um, yeah, it looks like some kind of sealant. Yeah, I see the 2 bolts. I see the 2 bolts. Was it? How long does it take about? I'm just curious. Just cut the silicone. Oh, if it, you know what? If it's anything like the grouting in the um in the bathroom, I don't think it's gonna be that easy. So for the yeah, because this thing is like concrete of sorts. It's like it's not. Yeah, it's like hard grout. It's like that hard grout. It's not soft and pliable. It feels like actual grout. Ooh. Hardest part. Oh, wow, you have all these people who do these toilets. 30 minutes max if it's the first time. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna leave it to the professionals. Try to sneak a look in there and see what they're doing, and afterwards, I'll attempt to do it myself in the future, maybe. But I don't. Like I said, I don't want to mess it myself. Do I have any wire coat hangers? Yes, I do. I have several. Fun with the wire coat hangers, you guys. Even if, here's the thing, even if I snake it down there, like I've tried putting a piece of string with a hook inside of it. The problem is that this stuff won't, it will just make it go left and right because it's a S shape. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think I can really remove it myself with the wire coat. I can't fish it out. It basically, like, it seems like when it goes in, there's like a high hump, and then it drops down. I put my hook over the high hump and dropped down, and I couldn't feel it. So yeah, I think it's somewhere down there, especially because Lewis was plunging this thing. Cut the hanger and straight out. Even if I do that though, I'm not too sure how I would move it because I'm not I have to like snake it out. You see what I'm saying? And then getting something like that, moving it upwards, I don't think it can be removed unless I remove the toilet. Oh, I see what you're saying. So this hook is way too big. So you see this hook? This is the hook I had earlier. This is the toilet, so this one can't go through. It has to be really flexible, so that's why I had the string in, and I tried to do it myself, and it was really futile. It was really futile. And I realized, like, even if I hooked it, I still have to snake it back upwards, right? And if I fail, it's just gonna drop back down. So I think it would just be kind of like me if I hooked it, just be like it, it, and I wouldn't be able to get a grip on it and lift it up unless I somehow lasso it. But I'm not too sure how I'm gonna lasso through water. Um, yeah, yeah. I tried putting a auger through there initially to see, hey, maybe I could feel it. It started scratching it, so I was like, okay, that's not gonna work. Then I did the hook thing, that didn't work. I even got one of these things. I don't know if you're familiar with this stuff. You see these little sink things? Yeah, I tried sticking it in there, and that didn't really do much at all. Yeah. So I like, let me see how hard it is to stick this thing in here. Not the easiest thing. Yeah. pull the toilet. It's the only way. Yeah, I agree, Kenny. So yeah. Anyway, and I'll let you guys know what he says or what other plumber. And I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.